to hold your hand, to be your guiding light in the darkest of nights. I will try to do my best until the day that I'll die. I won't lie, it's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, and as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down. I know that we will fight and be too proud to say the other one was right. And one day you will leave and start your own family. I will try to do my best until the day that I die. I won't lie, it's not going to be easy, but I'll try. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, and as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down. As long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. Don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will stay here, and as long as my heart beats like a drum, then I won't back down. No, I won't back down.
On the last episode of the Mixin and Chillin vlog, even if they implemented some ridiculous laws, this is something that if somebody truly wants to do this, they can still do it. But it's going to take a lot of effort on the vapors' part to actually learn what it takes to make your own stuff. I don't know what the heck happened to the last hour of my life, but it certainly wasn't streamed on YouTube like I thought it was. Restrictive policies block progress towards smoke-free world. Many people incorrectly think that very little nicotine content cigarettes are less carcinogenic than current cigarettes. This risk misperception by people who smoke could reduce motivation to quit under a nicotine reduction policy.
Someone who specialises in helping people kick the habit is Dr. Colin Mendelsohn. He joins me now.
Look, vaping is a far less harmful alternative to smoking for adult smokers who just can't quit, and that's actually the majority of them.
The road to quitting smoking is paved with candy. Double chocolate clear from TFA. Published in the Vaping Post, we have long-term study. Vaping increases odds of quitting heavy smoking. For those of you that don't know, this is Kenny Thompson, the Vaping Heed. He's got a YouTube channel. He's been on here a lot longer than I have. I'm not going to stop until this is legal and available for everyone. You know, I cover things from all around the globe, but that's because science has no boundary.
I mean, you know, the FDA and everything will know that vaping is safer than smoking, but they'll have the pressure off the tobacco companies or the states that are on the MSA and all that. It's just a financial thing, and unfortunately that takes precedence against everything. And
All of the things we went through.
I must say, well done on that. Like, that was a cracking intro. That absolutely brilliant.
I think it turned out pretty good. Today's retro build is the Serpent Elevate by Wotofo. We need to finally get around to doing the Serpent Elevate. And I do have a mystery for you today. One I'm sure you have never seen.
What on earth is that? I'll have a look. NCR Garage Hero. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Ah. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
What is that?
Ceramic. My question is, how do you wick it?
How the hell do you wick it? You've got wicking holes down the bottom there, I take it, yeah?
Yeah. There isn't a single video that I've been able to find on how you're supposed to wick this.
The only thing I can think of is you go over the top and down the sides. I don't think it's the actual one, but it looks like it's similar, and then they put the cotton over the top. Wow, that's just so weird. Chasing Clouds got prayers for success. You're a brave man. There's nothing happening. There's actually anything happening. That was such an anticlimax. Just like our UK's attempt to launch a rocket off a plane, they've just totally failed.
I think this is a fake. I don't think this is real.
Does it actually get... Oh, no, we're seeing some vape. What was that? We're seeing something.
Let's keep on vaping like our lives depend on it, because they kind of do.
It is just a novelty.
It's gotta be.
It'll never be an all-day vape for anyone.
Vaping is better than smoking.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was episode 2 of Mixin and Chillin vlog for us this year. Hello and welcome, everyone. Ian Thomas, Pam Spraggins, Mallory Gates, William Dobson, Freeride Vapor. Wonderful to have all of you here today.
Hello.
Kenny, the vaping heat is starting to grow, and my wife gave me a haircut, so it's got pulled back a little bit from what it was last week.
Oh, I'm getting there. Very irritably, but I'm getting there.
Are you past the itchy stage? That's the question at hand.
It's worse now.
How's everybody doing out there? As you can see, we have Stanton Glance working away as usual, but we don't have to stare at his ugly mug the whole time. I was thinking ahead, Mallory Gates. I know you're a little freaked out by him being in the background, but we'll keep him in the background unless, you know, I need to know that he's here. And that is every time you guys do your first chat, well, guess what happens? Stanton Glance comes up on screen and has to regurgitate what you say. It's a wonderful thing.
Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
Not only does he print out an actual receipt, which I have all of them here, but he also uploads that to the Discord server, which also is now open and ready for you guys to join. There's a link in the description of this video. Feel free to click on it. Agree to the rules.
Get yourselves in, boys and girls. Get yourselves in. There's all sorts of categories: hand checks, your checks, chat checks, this check, hardware check, that check. There's everything in there.
We have coil porn. We've got all kinds of stuff in there.
Resources.
We just need people to start posting stuff.
Yep, free resources, you name it, it's in there. Get your stuff in there.
Matter of fact, the thumbnail for today's episode was actually a picture that was uploaded by Flavrz.
Yeah.
So I threw it onto the slide this morning, and that was the thumbnail.
It's quite apt as well. I'm not quite there yet, but you know, we're going to be there.
Two grumpy old men.
Yep.
We have a Kangertech CLTANK up for opening and review today. And hopefully, finally, we'll get to the Serpent Elevate.
We're still not done that.
That has still not been done. And I'd love to show you the front of the box, but I just came to realize that Wotofo decided to put its URL on the front of the box.
Well, today I'm looking at Hunky Vape merch. I'll be giving this a full review as we carry on through the show.
Ain't nothing to it but to get into it.
Get into it. There you go.
Yeah, that was my wife's creation in her crafting adventures.
Oh, and guess what else I've got?
Uh-oh.
You're going to be very proud.
Your very own copy of Dr. Colin Mendelssohn's book, Stop Smoking, Start Vaping.
There you go.
The healthy truth about vaping.
What can I say?
Fantastic. Oh, and by the way, for those of you that are familiar with Discord, please feel free to reach out to me because I do need some moderators on there. I'm not available to be on it 24/7 to make sure that everything's hunky-dory and people aren't spamming the Discord server with all kinds of repetitive stuff. Just the usual common sense things.
Yep, of course. You know, as much as we'd like to handcuff them to the...
Listen, I would love to do this full time. I found myself, I was watching a video. It was Wayne, and he was talking about something from 7 years ago, you know, and it's amazing how his videos have changed in the last 7 years. But he was literally, you know, talking about a recipe that he was mixing and where he finds himself and how he wants to do this full time. And he's got to find a way into the vaping sphere because you're never going to make enough money doing this just on YouTube. YouTube, once again, changed their terms of service. So those of you that are in the partner program at YouTube, well, now you only get to keep 55% of your take. They took another 5% off of everybody so that they could pay out the people that put up shorts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, when you donate $5, well, I only get like $2.75. But that's the way it goes if you want to make money off of YouTube.
The big wheel of capitalism keeps on turning.
That's exactly right. And the big players keep raping everybody below them. Drinking your tea?
I've just finished my tea. Out my cup I got for Christmas off the Bairns. It was off the film Home Alone. Merry Christmas,
you filthy animal.
And a Happy New Year. So the children, I wonder why they got us that. Maybe it's because of the grumpy thing. You never know.
Nobody needs shorts or TikTok. They're destroying a new generation of youth.
They are, man.
If you were to hand them this book, they would read probably the first page of the first chapter, what is vaping? And then they want to skip to the end and go, how's this thing end? Because they don't have the attention span that lasts long enough to be able to read something like that.
Come to think of it, how many people do read books? You know what I mean?
Well, how many people have the time to read books? Most people are working 2 jobs just to make ends meet.
Yeah.
We're going to be honest about it.
Yeah. Well, I've found time. I've got 2 on the go. I've got that one and another one on the go. So I'm so if I can find
We're
time.
from a different generation. I'm telling you, that's what it boils down to.
It is like.
Just like even in the intro we put on there, I'm trying to get it to, the new generation to relate to why you go and you bother to read things like scientific studies and books. It's how you install software, new software into your brain.
Books are knowledge, friends. I'm telling you, books are knowledge. Whether it be fictional or factual, it's all knowledge.
It's all knowledge, and it's all knowledge that we can impart on ourselves, and it will literally change your life if it's the right information.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's like you see with social media, it's so interesting now. Interesting, but easy to access now. Instead of when you mess about with cars, we used to have a DIY Haynes manual that told you how to get this bit off and replace that bit. Now it's, I'll just go on YouTube and watch a video.
You know what though? Back when I first started working on cars, you had Chiltons, and then you had the other one that's out there that are now owned by the same company.
Mm-hmm.
and it was Haynes. You would look up Haynes manual and you would read it, and if the thing that you needed to know wasn't in there, you would go get the Chilton book and look in the Chilton book, because whatever one doesn't cover, it was more than likely in the other book.
Well,
they're the exact same company, published under 2 different covers, and they show you the exact same thing. So they're always missing the exact same information.
Yeah, I mean, every time you used to buy a second-hand car, we used to always go out and buy a Haynes manual on that car. So if you needed to work on it, everything was there. But now it's just look on the internet. How do you do them brake pads? Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, well, now I buy the service manual for the vehicle.
How times have changed, eh?
Yeah, I buy the actual service manual from Ford, and that's the one that I actually use. Sorry, I changed your framing around. I was trying to get everything set up so we could add another guest onto the show. And
I'm just knocked my camera because my lead wasn't there, and I pulled my lead down. It's just, so I'm readjusting.
There's been so many changes on here. If you guys saw, we got all the flavors categorized and organized, and I got some lighting underneath the shelves now to make it look pretty. It's a beautiful mess.
He's a busy man, isn't he? The things he does.
If you want to get better, you got to keep working at it.
Oh, yes.
Little bit by little bit.
Little by little. Practice makes perfect, man. Whatever you do.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that we actually accomplished something today, how about we jump straight into the content in our little discussion before we start doing some mixing here. First off, we're going to take a look at a scientific study. We talked about this before. If you have COPD, the best thing that you could possibly do is to start vaping. Because the more you vape, the more likely you are to never smoke again. So here we have a brand new scientific study just published, and it says health impacts of e-cigarettes and heated tobacco products in COPD, current and emerging evidence. Well, they do admit exactly what I just got done saying. However, capitalism at its finest comes into the conclusion, and it says that slowing down progression and reducing respiratory exacerbations improve quality of life for COPD patients, right? So long as you've tried everything else pharmaceutical-wise, well, then you should try vaping. It's at the end of the list after you've tried Chantix and the patch and the gum and combinations of all of those and everything else in the world. Well, then go ahead and try vaping because, well, we know that vaping is actually going to work for you. So we don't want to, bust the chops of the pharmaceutical industry who's going to make profit or lose profit if you go straight to this. The way that they write the scientific articles shows you who they're catering this information to. It's all about keeping the money flowing.
Definitely.
But the long and the short of this particular study is the fact that if you have COPD, the best thing you can do is to stop smoking and start vaping. Just like the book said.
Definitely. Without a doubt.
And if you're active on social media, you will see actual vapors talk about how they were diagnosed with COPD and they quit smoking and they started vaping and they've been vaping for, 6, 8, 9, 10 years and their COPD is gone away.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing.
Just a simple
now,
thing.
The scientific community cannot keep ignoring the facts.
But they still try to.
So, there's the link if anybody is interested in it. You can go read the paper yourself. However, it is now Chinese New Year. So essentially, China is shut down. Everybody's gone home for their holiday, for the New Year holiday. And now's the best time to actually go and see what the heck is going on over there. Since I'm not doing the Global 20, it doesn't mean that I quit looking at the news and quit following what's actually happening elsewhere. I post it whenever I see it, something that's pertinent or relevant or something that nobody else has covered or talked about yet. But it's interesting when you go to Bluehole and you see the Chinese perspective on the e-cigarette industry, on the vaping industry, and you see some stuff that nobody's ever been talking about. Like how I posted that New York is trying to ban flavors and ingredients to DIY your own stuff. But I didn't know that they were actually trying to ban heat not burn products as well.
Oh yeah.
Keep that MSA money flowing. That's all they care about.
Oh yeah.
Also nice to see a little PR here. We have a modern oral nicotine sachet that has gotten past the initial front gates of the PMTA application, and the FDA has accepted it as a complete application for scientific review.
What? Somebody's actually getting a PMTA. I'm going to fall off my chair.
No. I didn't say they were going to get one approved. I just said that the FDA accepted it in their front door.
Oh, there we go.
Now it's going to be lost in their bureaucracy for 3 to 5 years before you hear anything about it, unless they can find an easy way to slash it and throw it right back in the garbage can.
Well, that's probably the latter.
Round file it and bin it.
Yeah.
So the other thing that really caught my attention here is the usual crackdown on illegal vaping products, both in China and London and various other countries around the world. Can't imagine why there's such a growing black market. Australia is the perfect example.
Hey, you ask yourself a question. Why is there a thriving black market? I've got no idea.
One can easily look at Australia and try to understand why a black market would grow so rapidly.
Oh, what?
In such a short time. You require somebody that's smoking, if they want to quit smoking, to go see their doctor and beg their doctor for a prescription for nicotine so that they can go to the vape shop and buy 0 milligram vape liquid and nick it up so that they don't smoke. Because vaping without nicotine for somebody that's trying to quit smoking is practically useless. Unless you find a flavor that is your perfect all-day vape. Like for me, the candy cane. When I got this candy cane and I mixed it up, it sat on my desk with no nick in it for well over a month. I just kept on vaping it because the flavor was that good. But then again, I haven't smoked a cigarette in over 3 years.
Must be 6 years now since I've had a cigarette. 5, 6 years now. Wow. Where'd that go? Could be longer.
Like I said in the intro, you've been doing this a lot longer than I have.
Well, you know, one tries. One tries.
All right, so there's the basic gist of the news on what's going on around me. Now it's time for us to move into the controversial aspect of things. Now, this has been a topic on multiple people's channel. Grim Green has a video up on it. We're going to take a quick look at that for a second. Phil and Dimitri talked about it on their last live stream. So I'm like, okay, looking at the news, I'm curious to see how much hay did this actually get in the mainstream media. So I did a simple Google search. Amanda Wheeler joins PMI. One lousy article in localtoday.news. And this article reads more like a press statement than it does an actual article from a journalist. PMI, Phillip Morris International, the world's leader in smokeless alternatives to combustible cigarettes. Is that the image that we all know PMI by? Recently added 5 new government affairs experts to its roster as the company prepares to enter the U.S. commercial cigarette alternatives market. First on the list is Amanda Wheeler, previously co-founder and president of the American Vapors Manufacturers Association. Is the regional director of external affairs in the Southwest region. Paul Blair comes from Turning Point Brands and is the Mid-Atlantic and Midwest regional director. Abby Jewell is the regional vice president of external legislative affairs at AT&T and is covering the Northeast region. Jake Jacobs is previously the director of government relations for Aventive Technologies, is going to cover the Southeast region. And Chris Newbry, previously the president of government affairs for the Cigar Association of America, joins as regional director of external affairs for the Western region.
What a mix. Holy
so you can
boy.
see, you know, they do have 5 very good representatives of the alternative cigarette market. People that have experience lobbying and trying to fight for the existence of these products to compete with actual combustible tobacco. And if you've been following news, you know Grim Green, who's very active on Twitter, a very prominently well-known advocate for harm reduction, put up a video because he saw a lot of people flipping out and basically bashing Amanda for taking this job at Phillip Morris. Very well thought out, very much appreciated support for somebody that is going to foster harm reduction. However, as Phil and Dimitri points out, just because Phillip Morris International is going to be supporting tobacco harm reduction does not mean that it's going to support open tank vapor systems that we use every day. Very valid point. But my question and my concern, and something that nobody's really talked about, is who's going to take their jobs? Who's going to stand up and fight for open tank vapor systems?
Good question.
They are an ally in harm reduction, and they have the finances, the clout, and the resources to legitimize this technology, vaping for tobacco harm reduction.
Yes, and it's well overdue. The big tobacco actually bothers to stand up for the product that will eventually displace combustible cigarettes. Where the frick have they been this whole time? Well, corporate greed requires that they let all the small players die off first before they come in and swoop in and save the day and make sure that the only products that are going to be left on the market are theirs.
Oh, yeah.
And here we have Phil and Dimitri talking about the situation.
Any maybe convolution that you have or any confusion that you're going to have on my statement, but I stand by it. And Phil will tell you that privately, I have told Phil that this was going to happen. And Phil, dispute me if I'm wrong.
No, there's a lot of things here. First of all, you could say that you were vindicated or you were right again. When I saw the announcement and I saw, I got a lot of messages from a lot of different people, and there were, I'm the same way that you are, right? I wish her well. I think any of us have a price or a career plan or, hopes of advancement. And I think either of you, if we were approached by PMI and the dollar amount was right, and it was communicated the right way to us, and our roles and responsibilities were a certain way, I think either of us would go down that same route, right?
If you're out there fighting for tobacco harm reduction, well, obviously, there's a price that you'd be willing to turn your back to the open vapor market.
Mm-hmm.
But who's out there fighting for the open vapor market now?
Good question.
Well, here we have American Vapor Manufacturers Association announced its new leadership team. Since Amanda was the president, is now left to go to PMI, Char Owen, the co-founder and vice president, has moved up to president, and Allison Bogner is now the incoming vice president, and they're the ones that are now going to be pushing the leadership at American Vapor Manufacturers Association. But who's going to take their place advocating for open vapor and for tobacco harm reduction with the small business markets and the small business products that are out there? It's a question that needs to be answered.
Definitely.
If you look at the origins here, you'll find out that Amanda and Char co-founded this thing, and now Char's taking over. And for those of you that don't know Allison, she's active on Twitter. She also is on there's a weekly radio show hosted by John Troncali, Zample Box, I believe it is, that she's on all the time. She's a marketing communications director for eSig Charleston. She's now the president or the vice president of the American Vapor Manufacturers Association, SCVA president, USVA communications director, and World Vapors Alliance fellow. So she's out there fighting for it. But now that she's moved into this thing, look how thin these people are spread, fighting for all of this. And like I said, she's active on Twitter. And here we have the culmination of this whole conversation. Remember the old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? Maybe it's time to realize that we're all the fools. This war is not going to be won by votes or petitions or lobbyists. What we now depend on are suits. It's down to who's got the best lawyers and the biggest coffers to guarantee that their products are going to survive this process.
Pretty much right, that way.
But who's taking their place? When you look on Twitter and you see who's active and who's in your feed all the time, Mallory Gates shows up. Michael Redfern shows up. AVM puts their posts out there. Inco. These are all big organizations. Brent Stafford from Regulator Watch. Legalize Vaping Australia. Where is the grassroots movement to fight for your right to vape?
Looks like it's a wait and see, isn't it, to see who steps up to the plate.
I think that's the problem. Everybody's waiting to see the next guy stand up.
Yeah.
And the only time you ever see anybody get on here and start complaining is when all of a sudden they realize, oh my God, California passed Proposition. And now all their flavors are gone. They have to order from online through the black market.
Bad.
We don't want to end up like Australia.
Oh no.
And we don't want Phillip Morris and Altria to be the only products that are available.
Do you
What's
think
the
the
other one I forgot?
Somebody commented there, I can't remember now. Do you not think they're pushing for closed pod systems?
Yeah, and that's the only products that they're going to be pushing for.
Yeah.
Because they want it to nicely fit into the PMTA process and the regulatory process at the FDA, and they want to be able to fit it into the tax situation where you have a consistent, 2 mil capacity pod, like in the UK, and you pay tax on 2 milliliters. They want to be able to set up, a $2 per milliliter tax or something ridiculous like that. Well, let me tell you, the open vapor system is not conducive to that unless you DIY your own.
You also think like maybe another reason is them pushing pods is because it's one device, it's simple. It's just an easy thing to do rather than like, coils, juices, RTAs, RDAs, it simplifies the list, I suppose, and it makes their life easier, so to speak. It would be easier to put a PMTA on a device like that than it would a device like that. Simple, isn't it?
The thing is, how can you submit a PMTA when you don't know what the consumers are going to do with your products?
That's very true, because at the end of the day, it is down to the end user. Like with most products, it's down to the end user.
And that's why Phil and Dimitri have been fighting for a long time about simplifying products. No menus, just a simple button and a way for you to boost it if you want to up your output just a hair. But something that can be standardized, quantified, measured, and have repeatable scientific studies done to show that if the user picks this up, this is what they're going to be inhaling with each puff. This is what they're going to inhale with each puff on high setting, and this is what they're going to inhale on each puff in low setting.
You could have hit the nail on the head there. That's probably what they want to do. They want to standardize a closed system where it's all a level playing field, and like you say, the end user can't, like what they would say, abuse it or alter it or tamper with it. You know what I mean? It's there. It's a standard device. You know what I mean? And which.
There goes our simple system.
Yeah.
Our simple max.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if you think people will end up going back to them. You know what I mean?
The black market is going to have a wide plethora of these type of products available for anybody that wants to buy.
I'm going to have a field day. Well, they probably already are.
And the unfortunate reality is that we are stuck in the middle right now. And for those of us that actually go out there and fight for this stuff, it's like pissing in the wind.
It's got to be. It's got to be frustrating.
We are in our own little bubble on the social media platforms that restrict our content because it is not adhering to their benefactors. Pharmaceutical companies don't want to advertise after somebody talks about vaping. Sunny Crack Beats, hello and welcome.
Oh, hello. It's pie in the sky, isn't it? Really, you don't know what's going to happen next, or what rug they're going to pull out from your feet next. You know what I mean? You just do not know.
Well, if you stand back and look at the facts of the matter, Amanda is going to be fighting for tobacco harm reduction because that's the messaging that has been tested and known to work to get people to realize that this is not combustion. This is a safer way to consume nicotine.
Definitely.
However, is Phillip Morris going to be lobbying for the same language in bills that we need to have to keep these products out on the market?
Oh, definitely. He's going to be right in the front of the queue, isn't he? Nah.
Phil and Dimitri are right about that. So my question still remains, who's going to be out there fighting for our rights to keep using these products?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I mean, granted, we've got so much stuff here that, you know, we're all good. Those of us that are DIYing our liquids are past that point. But what about the next generation? What about my kids? What if my daughter decides to start smoking and wants to quit smoking? Is she going to be able to quit with whatever Phillip Morris gets past the PMTA process?
Sonny Crackbeats there says it could all be about the IQQS and not vaping. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're pushing their new product because of the whole problem that they had right now with patent infringement for IQOS.
It's a comedy of errors when you think about it. Oh my God.
Space Turtle One says the industry here lobbied for a tax per milliliter, which gives a giant advantage to expensive, small, pre-filled, closed pods disposables.
Definitely.
Of course it does. And the big products like this, you know, your advanced starter kits are left out in the dust. It's a numbers game at this point. It's like playing a game of chess. You can see the moves that are in front of everybody. Who's fighting for us to be able to do this? There aren't enough of us out there doing it. And most people don't bother standing up to say what the heck's going on until they can't get the stuff that they want. And they all of a sudden have to change their lives because of the regulations that got through.
That's crazy. Absolute madness.
And that's my bit, to get you guys to go out there and advocate for tobacco harm reduction, for vaping.
Yeah.
We will not go lying down. I know that for a fact.
See, I feel a bit guilty now being in the UK because we're all right with it.
There's an old story that was told to me a long time ago when I was first growing up, stemming way back to World War II. And it's the story of a person who was living in Germany at the time and watching what's taking place and never bothered to speak up. And when he was always questioned about why he spoke up is because, well, they're not coming after me.
Yeah. That's so true.
They came after the teachers. They came after the scientists. They came after the press. They came after the Catholics. By the time they came out to that guy, there was nobody left to fight with. And I feel like that's where the vaping industry stands today.
Well, Space Turtle says he's going to move in with Major to save money. What could you say?
I would love to, hear people's feedback on it and stuff. Join the Discord server. We'll have a conversation about this and whatever else you guys want to talk about. We need to keep the conversation going. We need to come up with some fresh ideas on how to be able to get common sense legislation passed around us. And like Dusty Country Road points out, freedom is not free. Its cost is blood, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those of us that, you know, have been in the military at some point in time in our lives swore an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have your local politicians fighting for legislation that is going to kill people, you can quantify how many people that legislation is going to kill. It's time to stand up and fight. Darren says you need to grow a beard in a hurry. It's only been, what, 2 weeks now?
I'm sorry, but I haven't got any fertilizer or anything.
There you go. There's a big smack in the face. Grow your beard faster.
Hold out.
All right, enough of the soapbox and ranting and raving about stuff we actually don't have very much control over. But I did want to get the brain cells functioning this morning and get everybody thinking about, you know, how we can get a larger presence known about those of us that have saved our lives doing this.
Yep.
And want to leave that opportunity available for the next generation.
It's a topic that needs to be addressed.
We pay in blood every day with 1,300 USA deaths and 480,000 a year.
Yep.
The numbers may be different, but the statistics are the same regardless of what country you live in around the globe. Australia has abysmal death rates from cigarette smoking. The Duries are present in every corner store, every gas station, and even guys walking down the street selling them.
I'm just wondering if smoking is a man-made population control.
There's a possibility.
Keeps the population down, you know, to a safe number. You don't know, do you?
Or an economic stimulus plan.
Yes, that's another thing.
People are buying the cigarettes. They're taxed to oblivion and back because it's a sin tax. Then they have to get sick. So then they go to the doctor. Well, the healthcare industry is making a mint on all these sick smokers. And the pharmaceutical industry as well. Treating their asthma and COPD and congestive heart failure and high blood pressure and stroke and emphysema.
You see, one man's downfall is another man's gain.
And you wonder why I say profit does not belong in the healthcare.
No. Nah. It's a shame. Crying shame. The world we live in.
William Dobson says that people should not be afraid of their government. The government should be afraid of its people. But that seems to have been lost by all of the greed. That's because they know exactly what to say to get people to fight against something that's common sense. Somebody was posting something about basically bashing universal basic income and saying, oh, they need to work for their living unless, you know, they're disabled. They need to go and work for a living and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, step back and look at the globe as a society and society as a whole. Technology is taking over everything. What's going to happen when Elon Musk gets his vision to have tractor trailers be self-driving vehicles? Where are all those truck drivers going to get a job? What are they going to be doing?
Speaking of him, it's just been on the news that he's slashed the prices of his Tesla to boost sales.
Yep, and he's released a cheaper model of the Tesla Y with a lower mileage output of the vehicle. But you look at the, you know, the Industrial Revolution and how that's going on, and you have the technology revolution and the internet and the computers. Technology is eventually going to get to the point where there's no need to hire people to do the jobs because the computers are going to be pretty much doing most of it anyway.
Terminator's starting to ring a bell here.
That's where the need for eventually adopting a universal basic income level comes from. Society is judged not by how how the rich are treated, but by how the poorest and the weakest and the sickest of society are treated.
You see, the technology may have come in leaps and bounds, but you still need a man, woman, not being sexist, to push a button. There you go.
Yeah. To a certain point.
Yeah.
But it's literally getting now where even software is written by a piece of software.
True, I told you.
There's only so many ways to skin a cat.
See, there's two things that keep popping up. There's Terminator, and there's other people that believe in the zombie apocalypse. So which one's going to come?
Oh my goodness, here we go. Darren brings up a good conversation. Now, who loves a good musk flavor?
Speaking of flavors, I actually mixed one of my one shot from Flavrz. I mixed the candy cane.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What do you think of it?
Minty.
Were you a menthol smoker or did you smoke regulars?
Nope, I was regular. To me,
That's the issue.
To me, it reminds us more of a chewing gum, of a spearmint chewing gum rather than a candy. That's where it's like pushing me to.
For me, because I was a menthol smoker,
yeah,
the menthol is the dominant note that my palate recognizes. And the spearmint aspects and the minty aspects and the gum aspects are background.
Yeah, I'm getting that spearmint straight away. It reminds us of a chewing gum, a mint, Wrigley's gum, Wrigley spearmint gum, whatever. That's what it just sunk into my head straight away. I said, this is chewing gum.
Plus, you also have to take it and factor in that you are a custard vapor.
Yeah.
And the note in there that's going to cut through that custard to your palate and your tongue is going to be that spearmint or the peppermint aspects of it.
Spearmint and peppermint are the two that just went bang straight away.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's why it's been used as gum for so long.
Yeah. But I think like what I was expecting when it was obviously as a candy cane, I was thinking of them like, them little red and white striped candy canes, but a sweet candy, not a minty candy. But there you go. I was surprised, but yeah, that's absolutely lovely. It's quite nice. I can only vape it so much because the reason I kind of stay away from menthols and coolants, I get chronic heartburn on them. I'm absolutely chronic. Really? Yeah, that's why I do not touch them. I can vape them for so long, but if I just hit it, massive heartburn.
My wife's like that with peach and guava.
Yeah, it cripples us.
Mm-hmm. If the peach and the guava is too strong in the recipe, it will give her heartburn. She loves the flavors of it, but it's something that consistently gives her heartburn.
But on the plus side, if I don't vape all of it, my wife likes it. So there you go.
There's always somebody around that's going to want it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's nice, very nice. But it does exactly what it says on the tin. So I'm quite pleasantly surprised.
I'm almost out of it.
Oh,
so I need to make a choice today on what is going to be replacing it. I still have some chewing gum I can turn to.
We did do a little thing last week, guys. We did a little thing off camera after the show, and I mixed up. Do you remember the peach custard?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a day after I mixed it, it was very chemically, or shall we say, there've obviously been a custard, but it's been standing here a week now, and it is starting to really, really kick in. It's absolutely delightful.
Nice.
Peach is probably a little bit. I'd say your peach is your main, and your custard's more like in the background. But yeah, it's not bad.
And that brings up the point of there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah, I'd prefer it the other way around. I'd probably prefer more custard and peach background. That's probably the way I would have it, but that's my palate, innit?
Okay, so here's the one shot when you go to mix it up.
That's
and
the
this
one.
is literally a full bottle of the one shot. Here's an example of a cream soda. Okay.
Yeah.
And you take this as a single flavor to make a bottle of liquid.
Yeah.
And you put it in at 15 or 20%. And if you're really lazy and want the really easy way to do things, you can buy a kit that already has 2 bottles of premix, which is strictly 70-30 PGVG, and then you get your one shot. And to make it really simple, you just take the tops off of these premixes and you pour this one shot into this and into this equally to fill it up. And there is 2 full commercial bottles of juice for roughly $28.
That's cool, that. I also, hang on, you bear with us, done some more shopping.
I've been shopping this week. PG.
There you go.
And I'll not show the label or nothing, but secret sauce.
Fantastic.
So I'm all there.
Like I said, I mixed up that candy cane using them 70-30 mix. That's probably where I tend to sit with me juices. And yeah, it's brilliant. Come out.
Yep, and you're going to run out of the VG faster than you're going to run out of the PG because, you know, the flavorings are PG based.
Yeah.
So the amount of PG that you're going to be adding to recipes are going to be small, even less than the 30% total volume.
Yeah.
But,
like I said,
like
I
you
went on
pointed out,
the e-liquid calculator and just followed the instructions off that, and that's where I ended up.
the other easy way to do things, if you are already mixing stuff and you just happen to see a wonderful flavor that you're interested in, is you can buy a flavor Shoc. This already has the one shot in it, and they ship it in a big, massive bottle. So all you really need to do is to add your premix and your secret sauce, and you're good to go.
You end up with that, a full one, like so.
200 mils of liquid.
200 mil. Wow. And by the way, you're going to have to like that flavor. Really going to have to like that flavor.
Yep, because 200 mils is going to take an awful long time to do it. But you can also buy it in smaller bottles, 120 mil bottles. Here's a butterscotch custard. And it's already got the flavoring in there and it's ready to go. All it needs is PG, VG, and secret sauce.
I believe it is.
So simple, and those are also going to be included in the giveaway.
Yes, it is, Ian. It is special ingredient. That's Ian was just asking if the brand is special ingredients. Yep, that's the one, boy. I was going to buy a bigger one, but I'll just start small and see how I get on.
Yeah, my first bottle that I got,
yeah,
that lasted me 4 months, and I was making juice for both myself and my wife. So if you have it readily available, there's no need to buy a big, massive liter of it.
I don't expect them to last long. Like I say, there's obviously Flavrz EU kindly sent us quite a few samples out, so there's quite a lot to get through there. So I'll probably end up getting quite a lot more MVGPG eventually.
It also depends on how you're mixing it. Like when I first bought that bottle, both my wife and I were both mixing at 6.
Yeah.
So for you using just 3, it's going to last twice as long.
Oh,
because you're using half as much. Simple math.
I sometimes mix the odd 6 for the better half because I think she likes 6. But she hasn't been there.
It's essentially a long fill.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it is.
Tim B says that he mixes approximately 3 to 4 liters of juice a year for himself.
Yeah, I can do that in a month.
Yeah, but people don't want to drink the juice like you do.
Me? No, I'm not a chain hitter.
Don't make me pull out the Titan.
Oh, shh. I'll be getting requests for the hog. The whole...
The Steam Crave Titan. That plows through some major liquid.
Oh, what? Yeah. People think it's a big tank that'll last you longer. No, it doesn't.
Nah, the Titan does last a long time because it does hold 30 mils of juice.
I can empty one of them in a day, if not earlier. No problem.
I can do that too.
Especially, it depends on what I'm vaping. If I'm just going for like a chill vape, I mean, obviously the Titan needs heat, so it'll be lowest, I'll be about 85, 90 watts. That's a chill. But if I want to hot it, I'll do it about 130 watts, 140 watts, and then that's it, gone.
Holy cow. Mallory Gates only goes through 120 mils a month. A month.
I can do one of them day and a half to 2 days. Easy. That's 120 ml.
120 mils used to last me an average of a week. Now it's more like 10, 12 days.
Sometimes, I think it's mood dependent as well, because like yourself with the cigarettes, sometimes you would just chain, and especially in the morning, chain. And it can be the same with vaping, if you just feel like you need that extra hit, you'll sit and...
Well, the other difference that you have to look into is how you're vaping. You have something like this Arbiter Solo.
It's solely dependent on the user.
It's going to last a long time in here. So you don't need to have, 10 mil capacity in your tank.
It's all dependent on the end user. I mean, some people might, take a pull that lasts about 2 seconds. Some people might take a pull that lasts 4 or 5 seconds. It's...
Then you get something like the Zelos.
Oh. Lovely little kit.
Yeah. Works fantastic. Still the original fluid in here. It's not something that I use all the time, but you're only running it at 25 watts.
And it goes up to 80 for a small little mod. That's really good.
But I can't get over how good Aspire coils have gotten. This latest generation that they put out there, it's just fantastic.
I still like the Nautilus coils. I normally get them still.
That's what's in here, the new Nautilus coil.
Nautilus coils. But the thing is, with that one, it back catalogs, so you can put the older ones in as well. So that's the beauty of it. The older ones are dirt cheap if you want to go down that route.
Yeah, because they're round wire, the old ones.
Yeah.
My first kit that I had those in there, and it just wasn't enough vapor for me, and it didn't have enough flavor for me to satisfy my needs.
I think they were always a good coil. They were always very popular when they first arrived on the scene. Everybody kind of liked them.
Especially if you compared them to SMOK coils.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
The Aspire ones didn't leak.
No.
Ever. And they had screens on the top to prevent spitback and all kinds of, advancements that they made over time.
But then again, SMOK will come on in leaps and bounds as well. They've got their act together.
William Dobson says he goes through about 700 mils a month.
Now we're talking.
That's just like the German vapors. They love their honking tanks.
Oh, yes. The TPD to Germans is...
I can't believe how they passed the tax on the VG and the PG for the people at DIY.
Oh.
So now you have to buy it somewhere else and claim that you're not using it for vaping.
Mm-hmm.
But how are you going to prove intent when you go to Walmart or, the convenience stores, the grocery stores, department stores in town?
Yeah. I'm not vaping peach. I'm going to make a peach tart with it. None of this flavouring. No, you're not.
Dusty Country Road goes through about 20 mils a day. Darren's about 120 mils a month.
It can be dependent. Some days I'll not vape much at all.
William Dobson says his liter of 72 milligram freebase is nearly 2 years old and still has a quarter of it left.
Wow. Holy moly.
Listen, I make stuff all the time and just random stuff, mix it up. And my wife's like, you know, maybe you shouldn't put the nick into those little 30 mil bottles that you're mixing up. I'm like, it changes the flavor. I got to put it in there. Even if I put it in there at 3 instead of 6. But my intention when I mix something is I'm going to vape through it. Maybe not today, but eventually.
I see sometimes like with small amounts where you've changed that amount of secret sauce, shall we say. Sometimes it's just hardly noticeable. You know what I mean? There's many times I've sat there and vaped 6 milligram and thought, yeah, it's all right, this, and then I've been told, and I went, what?
To answer your question, I've bought most of my VG I've bought on Amazon, but when I was placing an order from Bull City Flavor for some flavors, I purchased a liter of VG from them. I've also purchased the original bottles are from Nick River before they stopped selling to the public.
Well, them two are
matter of fact, I love the bottles so much that I clean them out and fill them back up.
I got mine off Amazon. But for the secret sauce, I just use Google. My friend Google.
Here's my package from Amazon. This particular one is a 2-pack of PG, but you can buy this as a 500 ml bottle of VG and a 500 ml bottle of PG. And then you can buy another box that is both VG, and there's your 75, 25 percentage and 2 liters worth of liquid that you can make with it.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And by the time you add your flavorings, you're probably up to 2.5 liters of actual liquid that you make out of it. And that's like $20 for that liter of fluid. It's obviously going to be cheaper if you buy it in a larger container, but you know, it's all on how you want to get it, where you want to get it from. You can also buy it in Walmart, to be honest with you. They sell 100% vegetable glycerin in Walmart in their pharmacy section. You know, little bottles, 250, 500 ml bottles. I know people that would buy commercial juice and then they would literally take and get another 120 ml bottle and they would take their commercial juice and split it between the 2 bottles and just top it off with VG.
I've seen that done before, yeah. Split it out.
They convert their 70-30 into max VG and double their output so they spend less at the vape shop.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've had a few of them. I mean, I used to buy a commercial. I think I used to buy a commercial one that was 80-20. You know, it was spot on. That's an idea. I could just do max VG with this lot. Hey, happy days.
You could do that. Yeah. You just top it off with VG and call it a day.
Yeah. What's that, PG? Don't need that.
Yep. Add the secret sauce you need to make your 200 mils and then just top it off with VG and call it a day.
There you go. Max VG. Not be very good like pods or stuff though.
No, don't put it into a pod.
You'd be like,
matter of fact, this is the first episode that I do not have.
It would be like trying to McDonald's milkshake. That's what it'd be like. It'd be like trying to suck a McDonald's milkshake through a straw when you first get.
All right, so let's figure out a one shot that we're gonna make.
Oh yes,
2 already. Which brings me to, while I'm at it, Legion Vapes. Have a coffee with Legion Vapes. And if you go to a show, we're going to start something back up that he did with Grim Green a while back. Tell him Hunky Vape sent you.
I've got to claim the fame. I was on his midweek show last week.
Oh, yeah?
And he gave me a spanner. He made us a mod in his chat. Yep.
That's fantastic.
I was a mod in his chat. There you go.
All right, so I'm going to put a poll out there. We're going to figure out which one shot we're going to mix up today. Grape Ape or Splice. Those are going to be your two choices.
I'm interested in the Splice because I don't know the flavor profile on it.
Matter of fact,
I think it's a lemon, like a lime lolly, isn't it? Is it lime?
I do not know off the top of my head. So let's do a poll.
Very clever. Mallory Gates used to do the bottle splitting there. She stated, for me, to save money early in my vaping journey, I used to get a 24 milligram bottle of e-juice and a 0 milligram bottle in the same flavour and make 2 bottles of 12 mg. There you go. Is that cool or what?
There's your poll.
Oh. Can I ask
you again? It's sitting on top chat, not live chat.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Where did you get that T-shirt?
Amazon.
I'm a fan of that stuff, man. I own the Valhalla. Oh my god. I like that. That is so
fantastic.
Cool. It's awesome. I'm gonna have to get me one of them.
Lovely.
Speaking of Valhallas, I just have the Valhalla Mini sitting here in my hand.
What you got there? Show it off.
The Valhalla Mini is still sitting on top of the Paranormal. She's still sitting there. Absolutely tremendous RDA. That's probably my best RDA of last year. That flavour's phenomenal of it. And that's black and you can't see it very well, unfortunately, but God, it's good, this thing. And that's got my candy cane in. So there you go.
This week, amongst reorganizing everything here and, you know, wanting the lighting, the LED strips underneath the shelves and everything, I've rediscovered so many different devices that were sitting here, not getting any attention, not getting any love.
Oh, there's definitely a Wrigley Spearmint gum.
And I just can't get over, you know, all these ones are sitting here. I mean, like the Twister with Will's Cookie Custard in there.
Wow.
None of them have leaked. And they're all fantastic.
It's amazing what you find when you have a bit of a tidy up, like.
Well, I did all the functional things that needed to be done. You saw there's labels on every single bottle. Every single thing in the inventory was gone through. I've got an Excel sheet that I downloaded from ELR with all the recipes in there and all the flavors. I found well over half a dozen flavors that weren't in ELR that I had ordered and gotten, but never put onto their inventory. And I found 2 that were on ELR that I don't have in my inventory.
There you go.
But it's good because now that I've got this Excel sheet with everything completely updated on there, how many volume, you know, whether it's a 10 mil, 15, 30, or 60 mil bottle, or even a 120 mil bottle, like the strawberry shortcake from Flavor West. I've got all that stuff. I'm going to update ELR with it and start documenting my single flavor testing of all these flavors. Flavor sent over a crap ton of all their flavors, a lot more than what I originally ordered. And Darren pointed out, one of them is Musk. How many of you are familiar with Musk candy?
Nope. Afraid not. By the way, folks, 10 out of 10 for this product. Very nice.
Musk candy sticks.
Holy shit, that one not gone down well. Negro hard candy. Oh. Sorry.
How many of you know what a musk flavor is?
Not me. Never.
Or what
never.
it smells like?
Totally new one on me. I thought it was an aftershave.
You want to know where musk comes from?
Something's ass, I think.
Oh, I have us on the wrong side. Let me pull it down. There you go. They come from the glandular secretion of animals such as the musk deer.
Oh, lovely.
When people are asked what musk smells like, a bunch of old ladies standing at the bus stop. So much so, because I was not familiar with it, that I literally labeled the bottle unsafe to vape.
That's got to be bad.
It literally smells like perfume. But in Australia, Woolworths sells this musk candy. And I saw something like, where is it? $1.2 million a year they sell of this musk candy.
Musk candy. Holy mother. A floral aroma and flavor.
There's so many articles actually written about the fact that this is something that the Aussies love, but tourists hate.
I bet they do.
So, I don't know if I can bring myself to actually mix up a musk recipe.
I think the nearest thing we probably got to that's Parma violets.
I just don't know if I can literally do it.
They're like a floral flavor, Parma violets.
I've had some floral flavors before.
Yeah.
Where you get the rose petal smells or stuff like that.
In fact,
but musk is just such a old lady perfume smell that I don't know if that's something that I could literally vape.
In fact, it just so happens I have a packet of Parma violets here. Quite a few tubes of Parma violets. Very nice. And you can tell there's loads of them left because the children don't like them. I'm the only person that eats them. There you go. What can I say?
I don't know why it bleeped like that. It was supposed to go to you and it went to some other scene.
Oh, well.
Glitches, random glitches.
Don't let the gremlins start, please.
I just don't think I can do it.
What's in it? Musk candy, super sweet and vanilla cream.
Yeah.
Mmm.
The musk is just so potent and pungent. I just...
What percentage is it again of the musk?
4%.
Oh.
Vanilla cream's in there at 6%, but musk is at 4%.
Oh.
It's not like, there was another recipe that he put in. I think he sent it to me in the email, actually. And it was only in there as an accent at like 0.7 or something. Yeah. Pink musk. No, that was in there at 2%. Pink elephant has musk at 0.1%.
I mean, if it's a very strong, potent flavor, you want as little in as you can, I would say.
All right.
It'd be interesting to see you vape it.
Start off small.
Coward.
Yes. Very much so.
I think you just might be better off vaping a popular perfume brand with grannies.
No, actually, this is 0.1. To see if it's just as an accent.
If it's as a pungent flavour as you say, I'm on the fence here at the minute. What we got? We've got 11 votes in so far. What we got? Well, Dusty County Road has a tobacco flavour from Central Vape that smells like musk. Can't vape it. It's like in a perfume bottle.
That's exactly what this smells like. Musk smells like old lady perfume. So there's our recipe. Let's pull the scale out.
30, 70, 100, 100, oh. Da, da, da. The pink elephant. The elephant is going to be in the room with this one. Pretty much.
Well, I don't know about this.
This is going to be another Heisenberg, isn't it?
I'd rather vape Heisenberg than vape something that smells like this old lady perfume. Let's be honest.
Well, you can always dab it on your chin or something and blend with them. Holy moly. Coconut, marshmallow, custard, musk candy, strawberry ripe, super sweet, vanilla swirl. Interesting. Darren Stoner said,
I've got marshmallow and marshmallow cream. I don't have marshmallow custard.
Darren Stoner said, do the email recipe. You have to try new things.
That's what this is. This is from there, and it has the lowest percentage of musk in it.
Musk. God almighty.
And I don't have the marshmallow custard. So...
I mean, you know, when you see some of these flavours that arise, you must think, who was the guy who come up with this? Who was the person who went up to a deer and licked its gland and thought, that's bloody lovely? Phenomenal. Hey, Thomas, is that musk or tusk in the pink elephant recipe? Tusk. Could be. Darren Stoner suggested use the super sweet at 0.8% or 1% for you and that pink elephant.
All right, so coconut, marshmallow cream, custard, the musk, strawberry ripe.
Darren Stoner said, funny as I love the hesitation. Damn. I think I've got one of them things stuck in my throat. No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness.
I can definitely say, folks, this one is probably not one he's looking forward to trying.
No. I don't think I really am. But I'm willing to try anything for the sake of science.
He's got a bottle of Heisenberg on standby.
That's what happens when you're not paying attention.
Oh my lord. Hey, see guys and girls, the thing this man does for the name of science and advocacy. And for you guys. The things he does.
Maybe I want more of this coconut. That smells fantastic.
He's also got a standardized air travel sick bag if the worst case scenario.
I most certainly do.
Or to you and me, a bucket. Oh my God. You never know. You might be pleasantly surprised, mate. The musk might enhance other notes of the juice. Probably not, but it might. Oh shit. House phone. Somebody get that, please. There we go.
This is why I also have syringes present.
Dusty Country Road, the Berg is nice compared to Musk. I'll vape the Berg all day, not Musk.
Listen, I'm not above trying something new, especially if it can be an accent to like steer something into the curiosity region where it may actually end up turning into an all-day vape. But I'm not sure I can just do the musk. $50 super chats. That's what my price is to do the other recipe that has it at the high percentage. Yeah.
Some people might actually pay to watch that.
That's something you would do on a charity vlog, a charity event. All right, so we got marshmallow cream in here at 2%. That's also going to be 0.6.
Darren Storm.
I'm surprised you guys can't hear the neighbors. The building next to me is being revamped, redone to be a new convenience store gas station.
Really?
And they got a crew working next door that is playing their music so loud. That's all I can hear right now, other than what I hear in my earpiece.
Wow. Well, we kind of, you know.
Michael Redfern, hello and welcome to your lunch hour.
Hi, Michael.
Have you ever vaped anything that was musk scented? That's the question of today.
Darren Stone's commented that he thinks marshmallow cream will not work in that recipe and suggests just using vanilla custard cap at 3 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the marshmallow cream's already in there, so. I can swap out and add to it. But
marshmallow custard. You should have if you don't have marshmallow custard. I kind of lost that one.
Nope. Just the custard one shot.
Valerie Gates has said you can always ship it to Legion Vapes if you don't like it. Hey, like that.
I'm going to try and make some time to go to his stream and ask him if he likes Musk candy.
I'll bear that one in mind.
0.03.
Don't go over.
Didn't even move. Two drops.
2 drops.
Oh.
There it is, the musk candy. Oh. I hope he hasn't sent me that.
I could put it into a spritzer bottle, sell it down the high rise where the old people live. They would love it.
I'll just wear it. Oh, this is lovely. Where'd you get this from?
Mallory says Steve does like musk candy.
Oh.
Strawberry ripe.
Oh,
0.3. Ooh, that's a little more fragrant than my other strawberry ripe.
Oh. That could be a good thing in this recipe.
Well, I'm tell you, I'm gonna swap this Flavrz out for that one and see what it's like. See how it affects the recipe. And I was right last week.
Oh?
I did have Legendary Custard by Mullenberry.
Oh.
That's the new one that everybody's bragging about. It's so fantastic.
I'm after some of that, but like I said, the shipping was going to cost more than the actual product, so I said no. I think it was coming from Poland. Was it Poland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the bottle was going to cost some like 10 euros and the shipping was going to cost like some like 25 euros. I thought, well, no.
Was that an overnight shipping?
No, they just didn't say it. It was just standard shipping. I'm sorry, but I paid less than that to get something shipped from Australia than bringing Poland, which is just over the blinking water. You know what I mean?
How much is the train ride there?
So, probably coppers, but you've got to get to... Well, if you live in Europe, it would not be so bad, but with us, you'd probably have to fly to
Swim
maybe...
across the pond. You don't need to take no airplane.
With us, you would probably have to go to Amsterdam because that's the gateway to Europe, so you can just get on any train from there. Across the pond, where I'll swim it then.
Okay, it doesn't have the musk scent anymore.
Really?
The vanilla and the strawberry are prominent in here.
Oh.
Okay, I can see this as a usable thing. It's kind of like, you know, when you buy anise flavors. You're not going to be vaping anise liquid, but you need that as an accent note if you want it to like really spice something up.
That was kind of what I was thinking with that one. The musk is obviously enhancing something. Because unless you like it,
3 ml syringe went.
Because unless you like musk, I think that's the only reason you can be putting it in. What on earth is going on with that?
That's close enough.
Oh.
PG?
Just
4.23.
a quick update on the poll there while you're doing that, sir. Where we're at the moment, we have 64% for Grape and 36% for Splice.
Oh.
That's where we're up to now. Not doing too bad then. Grape. See, I would have thought somebody would have went for Splice, because like I say, grape's quite a common flavour, so to speak.
I used to vape Grape all the time.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that like Grape.
Salty Man, Purple Rain.
I'm hitty missy with it. Oh, who's one? When I first started quitting, there was I don't know if they're still going, there was a company called V-Juice, and they done a Purple Rain, and it was absolutely lovely, and that was grape based.
I loved it. Something that I did in preparation for this, take things to the next level, make things a little easier to do. I don't have to pick up the printer anymore.
Ian Thomas says that Sam Bogan likes it too. The Bogan likes Musk. That's cool.
Well, as an Aussie, I can understand that. Yeah. You're going to have regional tastes, like, Steve was talking about mung bean.
I suppose it could be like a delicacy of the country. All countries have got like delicacies, haven't they? That we would probably think, but they go, they type of thing. You know what I mean?
Like the French and their snails.
Yeah. Hello. I mean, what do we got here? Fish and chips in it. I know some of the posh people eat like different eggs of different birds. I think lapwing eggs.
Is that posh enough for you?
Oh, very nice. Oh, the logo's on now. Oh my God, he is getting posh. You know what it is.
Listen, I had the label printer. I just never downloaded the software and set it up for it. When I was sitting here typing every single label for every single bottle, I'm like, this is getting old. I got to be a quicker way to do this. So I installed the software for the printer, ran a USB cable around the desk, plugged it in. Now I open the software and it's like, I copy and paste, print. Bam. That's how I was able to label almost 400 bottles of flavor between last week and now.
That magic copy and paste.
Wish I had a microwave in here.
What?
I'd throw it in there and nuke it.
Would that be a good thing?
I'm scared of what this is going to taste like and smell like.
I don't think you put a pink elephant with muskin blown up in your room, because it'll be just smelling like that forever.
Like I said, when I smelled it after I put all the other ingredients in there, it's like, okay. It doesn't smell like musk at all. There's no recognition of the actual flavor.
Well, there's only one way to find out. As the man says, there ain't nothing to it but to get into it. What's the vape smell like?
I can smell the musk in it now.
Here we go. If you're easily offended, look away now, because there may be projectile vomit.
Ain't nothing to it, but to get into it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm not vomiting.
Not yet. That was just your first hit.
I can definitely tell the musk is in there.
Right.
It definitely smells perfumey.
You're pleasantly surprised, aren't you?
Yes. The musk is the dominant note in that recipe.
So seeing that, would you go off the other one where it adds more?
$50 super chat. That's the price. Sorry.
I had a feeling that would be your limit.
I'm curious to see what my wife's take is on this liquid.
Oh, she might hide at you.
I don't know. If I got black and blue marks next week, you'll know what it was.
Or she might say, oh, darling, that was nice. She had to buy us a bottle of perfume.
It is very perfumey.
Really? Ooh.
But it's nothing like the concentrate. And obviously it's not going to be because you're only putting in just a hair of it. Even at 6% is only going to be a little tiny bit of the total volume for this vape liquid, but
Could see how it goes if you leave it for a day or two, let it settle in a bit.
I'm trying to bring myself to single flavor test it.
That's a $50.
It's one I could do at 1%. You could do any flavor at 1%, even sour milk. But to crank it up to like 5% and see what it's like I don't hate it, but why would anybody want to vape perfume?
Yeah. Everyone.
Now, in Aussie, I can totally understand. All right, if you're from Australia and this is a candy that you eat on a regular basis, of course you're going to want to vape something like what you eat. But
But technically, it's Flavrz Australia, isn't it? So it's going to be in their repertoire, isn't it?
Oh, of course. I get it. I have no issues about that. No qualms whatsoever. But I don't think anybody else is going to enjoy it. We'll see. Like he said, I didn't use the actual original recipe that he sent me that had the marshmallow custard in it. Yeah. I used marshmallow cream and then I added the one shot from the custard. But it's not horrible. I wish I would have had more of the coconut. Like if I was forced to keep this recipe and keep that ingredient in there, I'd crank up that coconut.
Definitely. Anything's better than
because
Musk.
It's a complementary flavor or scent. I think it would pair well with the coconut. But I don't know.
No, nah, just does not appeal to me. That.
Listen, every week we got to come up with something to entertain these people.
Oh, no, but
no projectile hurling this week, though. Sorry.
No. Oh my God. Oh, I probably would have.
All right, so where are we at with this? 60% for the grape.
We are. It's a 60-40 splice. 60-40 splice. I like that. What can I say? Ba-boom. Oh, Lord alive. I don't know where I get them from. I don't know where I get them from at times. Oh my God.
160 ml bottle, one cap.
Oh, an Oculus. Why did I buy that? Why have I bought that? Support, play, and charge similar fast ramp and no delay, no. Why I got that?
Thank you, Darren.
Right, vape the Musk.
We're getting there.
I've no idea why I bought this. Why did I buy this?
He's intent on getting me to try this.
Oh, he is like.
Still don't know why it's printing twice. But it's better than not printing.
Convenient. Support. Play and charge. Ah. That's why I
What you got
that.
there?
Well, I bought a cable, and I wanted to buy. I know for definite I ordered a USB-C to USB-C cable for me camera because I've got the Sony Xperia 4. Oh, I've got the Sony Xperia 4, and you can use this as an external monitor if you hook it up to your camera. So you can, because obviously the ES7 III hasn't got a flip screen. So obviously when you're pointing the camera, that's it. You can't see what you're doing. So I've got a cable to join my camera to the phone to use an external monitor. But I'm getting an Oculus Quest cable. 16-foot Oculus Quest half-inch link, right? But the penny's just dropped. Because obviously my son got an Oculus 3D headset. And the battery life's not great, so I'm sure I've got this to plug into the computer to keep it battery charged. I'm positive that's what I got it for, but I can't remember ordering it. Can't remember a lot of money getting it.
Well, while you were sitting there chatting away,
oh, there's another one.
He did it twice because I think he probably paid originally the 50, but currency exchange rate.
Oh.
So now I'm obligated to try this other recipe.
Yeah, it's there, mate. It's there, and the proof is in the pudding.
Oh, my goodness.
You may get that projectile vomit after all, folks.
All right.
I think it's like asking somebody to take a 200 watt vape, innit? Nope.
Oh, I'll do a 200 watt vape any day.
I suppose you would compare to that. Oh well, that's entertainment, shall we say? I'm sitting loving this. Me, you just carry on.
Mrs. Hunky Vape just joined the stream and wants to know what's going on.
Oh well, wouldn't you like to know, my dear?
Well, if you want to know the truth, it's the epilogue of Musk candy. I explained about how it tastes like old lady perfume, a bunch of old ladies standing at a bus stop. And I said, okay, I'll mix up a recipe. So I mixed up the pink elephant, where it had the musk in there at like 0.3% or something.
Very small amount, I might add.
And I vaped it. It doesn't taste bad. Doesn't vape bad. But you can definitely tell the musk is in there. So I said the only way that I would go and mix up this best musk recipe is if I got a $50 super chat. So Darren Stone complied and gave a super chat. And then he did it again to make sure that I'm past the $50 US.
So now
Now we get to find out what the best Musk recipe tastes like.
So you may be witnessing your better half projectile vomiting live on YouTube.
Oh, man.
I suggest you get the mop and bucket at the ready. You see,
vanilla cream and musk candy and super sweet.
Sometimes when you lay down that gauntlet, mate.
And you know what? I didn't even put any super sweet in that last recipe.
Oh, I see.
I bet it would change it quite a bit. Well, ain't no time like the present.
Another 4%.
Vanilla cream and musk candy to make our recipe.
Creamy musk candy. My God.
The only thing I change is it's going to be a 30 ml bottle. I'm going to save that. And there's our recipe.
Mallory Gates says he's going to definitely want the grape after this. Oh, hell yeah.
Musk candy. 1.2 milliliters or 1.2 grams.
Get it in. You can go over that one if you want. I bet this is the most accurate measurement he's ever done. I'm not trying to put you up at all.
I'm like, is it ever going to get there?
Come on, get it in. Well, what? I can't see that. What's that scale saying, folks? I can't see. What's that scale saying? Oh, 1.2.
There you go.
Out of 1.25, a nice round number.
Of course you would. So here we go with our vanilla cream, 1.8.
Put about 1.5 in.
That smells fantastic.
Well, that's it. You just 1.5 of that then. He's glugging that in. He's gonna go over on that, I guarantee it. He's gonna glug that one in. Well, leave it there, you'll be fine. 1 point. Oh. Getting there. Oh, well at 1 point what? Oh. That'll do. I'll let you have that. Damn.
0.21.
Definitely going over that.
Yeah, I even went outside the thing because I'm like, it loves to come out of here so fast.
Oh, it's not a shame.
There you go.
Have a smell, see what you reckon? Have a quick whiff of that bad lad.
Okay, well, the vanilla cream does pair up with it.
When you get it made, put a dab behind your ears, you know, just to make you smell.
Oh, what's the old lady going to say when she comes home? What kind of whores do you have over the house?
Dear me. Oh, God. Hey, I need a drink after that.
I'm going to go and get a beer after this. We're going to have ourselves a nice adult beverage. Okay, secret sauce is 1.86.
I've got orange juice in the Hunky vape flask, and it's very nice.
I have a cup of tea.
Oh, I drank
Some
mine.
lemon and honey.
I drank mine. Good old English Earl Grey. Down while it's hot.
I need to recant my bottle.
Space
Running
Turtle.
low.
Space Turtles put beard turns green in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, PG. Where's my PG friend? $4.14.
Yeah, there's a lot of green being mentioned here.
I remember my first cigar. I didn't turn green. But then again, I was smoking the Camel fat ones at the time.
Oh. I've never been a fan of cigars.
Oh, man, I smoked everything.
We will not go down that road, shall we?
No. That was a different time.
Yeah, exactly. Many moons ago. I see where Space Tail was going with that one. He said, Hunky Vape, can you show me how the Titan vapes, please? Like now? And then as he goes down, he says, or was it the Ragnar? And then he said, nice dual 40mm RDA right now with Musk. I think he wants you to vape that in the Titan, sir. Although I would highly not recommend it.
I'm running low on VG.
Wow. But you better keep plenty in reserve for that grape because you're going to need it after that.
I got a stash here. I can't believe I let it run that low.
I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Well, see, somebody got a Christmas package with a lot of VG, PG in it.
Ah, I see.
Run the old vibrator. Might as well put it on camera.
Think that well. You know, that theory of me, the more the mix it, the more that flavour dissolves. It'll not. It won't.
Okay.
Is it time, boys and girls? The moment of truth is arriving swiftly.
Here's our joy from last week.
Oh, that was that. You could definitely put it in there because you'd get absolutely sod all.
It won't work on this one. Ohm's too low, 0.07.
Wow. That's right, it was 0.07, that thing, wasn't it? Jesus.
And so I don't forget which one this is.
Yeah, you best label it, sir.
Done.
Just label it puke. You know exactly what it is.
Best Musk.
Oh my God. You're going to change that label, aren't you? Do not vape.
Don't smell bad.
Well, you never know. You might take a shine to this Musk stuff yet.
Listen, if Space Turtle's moving in with you, maybe I should just move in with Steve.
Why not? Musk forever.
Wonder if he wants another kid. There you go.
Oh, the best Musk ever, eh? Da da da.
You're gonna lube up my ring with it.
Really?
That definitely smells like musk candy.
We're just definitely watching you very closely so there's no switcheroo bottles going on there. Look, I have nothing up my sleeves. Here we go. Oh, hey, straight in. Oh. Don't tell me
It
you're
definitely smells like musk.
Don't you dare say that you like that. That would just be the killer punch.
Nah. It's not horrible. Very perfumey.
All right, then.
I got to see what this steeps out to be, though, because I don't get any of that vanilla cream at all.
Well, you know what the next step is, don't you?
Ugh. The residual flavor.
The next step is, folks, $50 just from the Vape Musk one shot on its own.
Listen. The residual taste on my mouth, and when I'm breathing, it's like I'm hanging out in an old lady's armpit. It doesn't taste bad. It's just that all I can smell is musk.
Where exactly is this gland on the beer?
You want to know? Right in front of its pecker.
Oh my god. Now I don't understand why friggin' Australians like it. It's an Aborigine thing, isn't it?
Mallory Gates says all this time he was worried about nothing.
He still is.
It's not horrible.
Well, I think you should thank your lucky stars, really, or he's only sent you Musk. Because judging up a program we watch over here, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, where they've got them in the jungle eating Aboriginal delicacies, you could have had a pair of kangaroo's testicles to vape, so you're doing all right.
The question is, would that be better than this?
Oh.
You never know.
Oh my god, no. Fish's eye? No.
Here's the real question. What would my wife rather smell? Fish and chips? Made in our kitchen? Or this?
Fish and chips all day for me.
For me too.
Definitely. That's a no-brainer for us. Like,
no. I just can't.
But, kudos to you, mate, for having a go at it anyway. Oh, Mrs. Hunky Vape's gone Musk, 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 Musk.
I can't keep up with it. She's going so fast.
Yep, a lot of Musks.
Just be glad he didn't send you garlic.
Oh,
What's wrong with garlic?
still time for that as well. There you go, folks. There's a one for you. What is the worst flavor or e-liquid that you've ever vaped?
What's the worst flavor you've ever mixed with?
Or even, yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be sharing the love with Mrs. Hunky Vape. And that's exactly her choice. She can either try it once or I'm dumping it in the fog machine.
Oh my God.
And I just conveniently plug that in on her way home from work.
Hell yeah. That would go down well. Love it.
Nope.
I think you should still give it another go after a couple of days when it's had a bit of time to settle.
First time using the modified logo on the bottle, mixing up, a nice label, and it's the elephant in the room and best Musk. Resolve is Dusty Country Road's worst flavor. Sort of a tobacco.
I would probably say some of the starter flavors they give you, because that kind of puts you up. There's like a red ear and obviously Heisenberg. They are both disgusting.
Jungle flavor. Mallory Gates says, my worst was Jungle Flavor's one-shot cookies and cream. It tastes like burnt cookies. And well, to keep it simple, cum.
Okay. I never seen that one coming. Ding ding.
My worst one before today was Liquid Barn's baked cinnamon roll.
Ooh.
Now, granted, I didn't put enough super sweet in it. Maybe if I bumped up the super sweet, paired it with a vanilla swirl, we could have had a nice baked cinnamon roll. But this straight up tastes like the the cinnamon that you use to make the filling that goes inside of a baked cinnamon roll.
Oh.
And the actual pastry portion of it was just like Mallory Gates' description. Burnt cookies.
Ugh. Disgusting. All right. Love it. Right. Give me a moment, guys. I need to go on a toilet break. I'll be back very soon.
That was a very unique experience, let me tell you. All right, so we're at 62% for the grape. So there she is. Oh, that's vanilla bean. There she is. Grape ape. Beautiful grape juice smell. It's a very fragrant, very pungent grape, like a grape candy. This is going to be a very wonderful recipe. I can't type today. So we'll put that in at 15%, and we can always bump it up if we need to. And I think that's going to be good right there. And there's our list for this bottle. Grape goes in at 9 milliliters, 9 grams. Just a hair over. Ooh, that's strong. Secret sauce is 3.6. PG is 5.6. And just fill off the bottle with the VG. Ruh-roh.
There you go. Okay. Good boy. I like it. Well, there you go. Excuse me, people. Sorry about that.
Well, I just ran out of VG.
No way.
So, it's all you. So I get it.
That's shocking. That's got to be a first you running out of something after all that stuff you've got sitting there behind you. I just explained to the wife that Hunky Vape Musk basically said it's male deer pheromones. You've just vaped male deer pheromones, apparently. Oh no. But there you go. Anyway, what's going on in chat? Let's catch up with chat. Okay. I just catch on the chat. My worst was the jungle flavors. One shot cookies, cream tastes like burnt cookies. Well, keeps it. Oh, yeah, we've seen that one. You do like burnt cookies? Mallory Gates said, well, there are better flavors for cookies. I'd rather lick a person's foot after they run the Boston Marathon than vape that cookies and cream. Yeah, maybe better. What are all Vape and I have? A nice chocolate mousse cheesecake recipe from ATF. Tastes like mounds of almond joy without the almond. Very nice. Down Stone. Most of the flavour concentrates are used in the baking industry as accent flavours. Hence why some labelled as particular flavour may not be the flavour expected when applied to vaping. Yep. It's like it says it, you can add flavours to enhance other flavours, so to speak. In terms of Mallory, neither option sounds appealing. Whoa, that's a shame. But well, that's got to be a first. So, it looks like you're back with me and all, guys. Just chat with DJ Alex. I think he needs to edit that to the Vape and Heat when he buggers up to Gary's Juice. Happy days. But,
it was finding everything.
Oh, he's
putting
got
it together.
I knew he'd have something, man. He just talks crap sometimes, you know that. I've run out of this. Look what he comes up with. Half a gallon. I mean,
just 1 liter.
I'm running a little low.
There's no lid on it. I mean, it's not been opened yet.
I don't know if you overheard that, but I just says to the better half, you've just vaped some Musk. And she basically said, so he's vaped a male deer's pheromones. That's his possible. So there you go. Dusty County Road, what's in the tank? Oh God. Well, in this one, I've got this peach custard. In this one, the Arcfox with me Arbiter 2 on this one, the Paranormal with the Valhalla Mini, I've got in the candy cane, which we mentioned are mixed. This one, I'll have to have a taste of this one. Something lemon. I can't remember off the top of my head what, but I think it was the last of the bottle in here, so it's something lemon. Oh God, it's starting to turn actually. This one, I thought was empty. This one may have I believe that's the remnants of the Prince custard that I got off yours truly, DJ Alex. It's the remnants of that. By the way, that killer's custard is now gone. It is now an empty bottle that will be recycled. Oh, that's going off a bit now. You know, I shouldn't. I'm terrible for that, you know. Just to think, folks, try not to leave your tank standing too long because the juice can get very weird.
I had somebody leave a comment on one of my videos about how the Samsung 30s now state not to be used for vaping. Specifically, right on the battery. Warning, fire hazard. Never carry in pocket and not for e-cigarette or vape. I try to explain to them, you know, that's to cover their ass so they don't have to do a PMTA. But I use them every day. There's nothing wrong with it. It works fantastic.
I use them regularly. I use them in mechs as well.
Yes. They're only rated for 15 amps, though, so that's something you have to be concerned about. But other than that, it works great.
I use them in a single battery mech, obviously. I don't use them in a double. So single battery mech, they're champion.
Yeah, 15 amp is fine. So I told him, I says, if you want something better than that, you know, get the Molly cell. This one's the P28A. This one is rated much higher and has almost as much milliamp hour capacity as that one. This one's like 2,800. That one's at 3,000. But this one's rated for like twice the amperage as the 30Q.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want a good battery that's going to last me 3 or 4 years.
I've got the 2100s for me larger mods. I'm sure I've got them for the Hog 4, the Molly cells.
So
do you think
good
they'll
for
ever
now.
get? Do you think they'll ever move on to 2700s, 21700s, and all that? Do you think the 18650s will kind of die out, or do you think they'll be here for a while?
Well, the problem is 18650s are used for a ton of other stuff.
Yeah.
They're used in cordless drill batteries and screwdrivers and all kinds of other things. They just solder all the battery packs together to make an actual battery pack for it that's recharged.
That's right, yeah.
Whereas we use them loosely in here. And like OhmTech, the wrappings on the batteries are just as good as any like AA or AAA or 9-volt battery, like standard battery that you would use.
It's just, I mean, the reason I ask is like you'll see a lot of reviewers who will review a mod and said, "I wish it was 21700. I wish it was 22." You know, they'd rather move away from the 18650s to go for the bigger batteries for the mods. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering if that's somewhere where vape and batteries may move on eventually.
Yeah, they were asking specifically for the Arcfox. If it was going to work great for them in the Arcfox. I'm like, yeah, that's the batteries that I got with them when I first bought it.
Yeah.
They work fine.
Mm-hmm.
The only limitation on the Samsung 30Q is the fact that it's limited to 15 amps. That's the only thing that comes close, and that's based upon what you put it in. And these devices like this, the chip inside is what controls the voltage. And it will not overdraw the voltage out of your batteries, because if it gets too hot and starts to, you know, use more than what it's capable of and it starts to heat the battery up, it'll disable the device.
Yeah.
Radio control hobbies are big users of 18650s.
Ian Thomas has just added there that they would also be good in a parallel mech. Yeah, sorry, I had a brain fart there. I didn't think of it. I'm not. Yeah.
So there we have it set up in here. Just a matter of waiting for that coil to fully saturate up. And I probably should create a label for this.
He's doing well with his labels tonight. You know, his new labels with his logo on. He's doing well with them tonight. By the way, have you seen Hunky Vape's new labels?
I love it when things are starting to come together. Just like, you know, we have Stanton Glance here. He pops up on screen and disappears and goes back into the background.
I like that. That's a nice little touch there.
And thank you for the super chat, Darren. That was very much appreciated.
Yeah,
and
thank you very much.
It got me past the shell of worrying about this musk scent, because I was really panicking when I got it. I'm like, listen, this can't be safe for vaping. This smells straight of perfume. And here you guys eat candy like this all the time.
Yeah.
But not so bad. So while this is soaking this up, I'm going to move the scale out of the way and we can get ourselves to checking out this Kangertech CL4 tank. I'm not used to this organized system I have here.
I'm sorry, but this Serpent should take priority. How long has it been going? It's gotta get shelved again. I can see it going.
So here we have it, Kangertech CLTANK 4.0, top fill, child lock, leak free.
Bloody hell. That's mega
Contains
red.
A CLTANK 4.0, it's 4 milliliters, has a NI 200 0.15 coil, and a stainless steel 316L 0.5 ohm coil.
That's old.
Sorry, I don't have a retro vape bumper yet.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There is our tank.
Ooh, a pretty white one. Kangertech.
Look how tall that is.
That's very tall. If that's an old tank, I think you got to get very muted flavor out of that with the height of it.
And look how they say max fill is to here.
Yeah.
Is this another one? This is just spinning around the top. For the airflow control, there's no stops in it, no ball bearings, no notches.
We are talking old school here, you know. Old school.
510 drip tip. Long bore in there.
That's gotta be, if that's your max fill level,
you push this down to unscrew the coil.
If that's your max, bloody hell. Oh, Jesus, what's that?
0.5 ohms, 15 to 80 watts.
Is that a
60
scaffold
watts.
pole? Is that a scappy pole for your coil? You know, just to shift it up in the air a bit.
Talk about old school design for coils.
Wow.
Now I see why they have it set up that this is the max fill.
Yep.
Because once you put this in here, you're going to increase the volume of it. The only thing that's going to suck is the same problem we had before, where when you put this in here and you close this down, the O-ring on the top is going to seal it, and that last couple of threads is going to pressurize the inside of this.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Holy moly, that's a long piece. That's just so long.
0.5 ohms.
Is that
here's the alternative.
What's look at? It can't be the whole. I can't say that. Can't be the whole coil. The coil's just screws on the end of that bloody long bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy. Holy moly, man.
So this is a straight up nickel coil, Ni200, 0.15 ohms. And there's no power rating on this coil. Look how small that is.
I don't think that was in them days. I didn't really think they put anything on them, much information on them, did they? Just the resistance. Oh, hang on, what's that? But underneath 15 to what? 15 to 50 watt?
This one is the 0.5. It says 15 to 60 watts.
60 watts on a 0.5. Holy fuck. Well then. What? I'm gonna check my fucking trusty calculator, see what that says there.
Wipe the VG off my fingertips.
0.5. Hey, a 0.5 on my little trusty calculator reckons a cool vape at 25.9 watts, a nice middle of the road vape at 30.6 watts, and a warm vape at 35.3 watts on a 0.5 ohm.
So here's how these ones work. The airflow opening runs down on the outer portion of this and then runs down your coil this way, makes a U-turn and comes back up the top after it passes through that mesh coil in there. Darren wants to know what's that calculator you're using. What's the name of it?
It's the, hang on, I don't know if it was a freebie or not. It's called Ohm Vaping. You basically, I'll try and show you if I can. See there, you've got like an ohm calculator where you can measure resistance, and then if you dab this one to the side, you've got watt calculator where you put the resistance of your coil in. But it's actually called ohm, OHM ohm vape calculator. I think it's free, actually. Vaping. OHM Vaping. I don't know if you can... If you'd want to see for the icon, it's that little purple one in the middle. You see that there? Vaping.
Literally the ohm symbol.
Yeah. That's what it is. I think it's a freebie. I mean, it's not gospel. I mean, you know, don't... it's just a guide, you know what I mean? It's not... You should vape at this wattage with this, you know, it's just a guide. You know, you could start from maybe the cooler temperature and work your way up till it gets to wherever you want it, you know what I mean? Or the cooler temperature could still be too warm for you, you know. It's just a guide, it's not gospel. There you go.
All right, so what are we throwing this on?
Ooh, that's a thought. What you got? Oh, is that a silly question?
We'll put it on our home tab, our Bluetooth speaker.
Oh no, no! You better play a tune if you're gonna put on that then.
And it says Max Fill. Find the line right there.
So obviously it's a bottom fill. You know, you take it all apart, fill it from the bottom, and then put your bottom back on. Basically, it's not a top filler now. Oh, excuse me.
That is so weird to fill the tank up and then shove the coil in there. That's the max fill.
Excuse me. Oh.
And it legit fills it the whole way.
Yeah, I think I say once you put it in with the displacement one, it'll just fill it and make it full. You would think. Are you putting the Musk in by any chance?
No, I put the Grape in. .21 is what it's reading right now.
0.21. What's that one? The 0.15?
It's supposed to be a 0.15, yes.
There you go. Bush, as soon as you put it in, the glass got full.
Yep. Completely full.
So, like I said, if you overfilled that, that would just spew straight out the top.
Or force it, spew over the top and force it into the coil even more.
Is it an MTL? Because it doesn't look like there's much airflow. You've only got one
it's a 510 drip tip. But you're right, the diameter on the coil itself is very, very narrow.
Yeah. What do you want? 0.2 watt, Jesus. Okay.
Look at that. And the thing is, both of the coils have the same diameter coming out of that coil because of the way it's designed. Airflow has to run down the side of it and then come back up through the middle.
That can't be. There's got to be poor flavor off that. It's just so long.
Whereas this one, look how big that bore is going all the way down.
Yep.
All the way down to the bottom. Massive difference.
The things
Massive difference in airflow.
The things we vaped on in the days of old, eh?
Yeah.
Holy moly, man. Interesting. Okay.
Well, I think this one's had enough time.
Mallory Great said, throw it on the clutch as the grim army comment. Oh, dear me. Excuse me, wow.
I should have let it soak a little more.
Mm.
I like it.
I was wondering if the Titan would throw on top of this.
I apologize. I realized I forgot to give you the straw.
Oh, I was thinking of like putting a chip in it and hiding a Titan on the top. Wonder how many 21-700s I'll get in there.
Grape does not pair up with tea.
No.
Have a conversation with chat for a moment because I need to get something and this is going to pair up with.
Oh, a beer. He's done it again, hasn't he? He's disappeared and left me in the lurch again. What can I do? Let's have a look. I've obviously said Darren what that calculator was. I mean, mine's an Android phone, so I'm presuming I got that off. Will be the Play Store, which I don't know. I don't know if it's on iOS. It might be. I don't know. I'm an Android person. A lot of people like the Kanga. Hope it's good. Yeah. I suppose it wasn't its day, but look at the length of that chimney. Like, I mean, compared to what you get now, and the flavours could be a bit muted. Did it come with an RBA like most Kangertech stuff used to? Nowadays, William, I wouldn't know. It's a tank I never had, but I mean, like I say, a lot of tanks at that time, you could get an RBA deck. True Space Turtle. It doesn't pair up with tea. I don't know. He drinks a funny flavour tea, so that's probably why it doesn't pair up. I think he drinks green tea and tea with musk in it, and you know.
To be honest, there is still a little bit of musk on my palate.
I think he needs something stronger than tea to get rid of that musk.
Let's see if this is going to do it for today.
There you go. Ooh.
Coffee Dino S'mores.
That's something new.
Yeah. It's a stout brewed with cocoa nibs, coffee, and other natural flavors.
Stout. Now, I'm on the fence for stout. I'm hitty-missy. I don't mind a pint of Guinness now and then. But when it comes to flavouring them, I'm like, But
if this doesn't wash away the musk, I'm not sure anything will.
Yeah, stout. I do like a pint of Guinness. Like I'm partial to a Guinness now and then. But like I say, it's $7.25. $7.25 for one cap. My God.
For a 12-ounce can.
See?
Look how dark that is.
Oh, yes. Well, it is black stout. You've got to get that nice creamy head on the top, man. You get that nice cream. That's it. And then you let it settle. That's the way you can. You want that nice, thick, creamy head. That's going to go all over your bean. You're tashing it. You're going to have a give. Ooh, don't drink it over tin, drink it over can. But you've got to drink it over glass.
That is a very unique combination. Coffee and chocolate and beer.
I bet. Well, I've gone for another different type this week. I've gone for the Carlsberg Premium Export this week. I thought I would just... So this is, I do like to mix it up a bit. I should, nowadays, I mixed up with beers, I should mix it up with bloody ale with.
Yeah. You got a webcam, you know how to go overhead.
Yeah, I should do that, I should do that one day. I will, I promise.
That does have a nice, thick, creamy head on there. Quite appropriate considering where the Musk origin came from.
No, this is actually a beer and not a lager. And it's very nice. .8% alcohol volume.
Oh yeah, definitely through the glass, even better. This one is 9.5%.
Well, 4 of them will go down very well. Holy shit. Oh my.
It's nice and thick.
That will put a few more inches on your beard, that like.
Listen. A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
I love it. 9% into that, Jesus Christ. The Duke himself. See, now that catchphrase used to be on an advert and all for a chocolate bar. It used to be Texan.
This does work really well with that. It's a nice contrasting flavor.
I think the Texan advert was a man's got to chew when a man's got to chew, because it was like a nugget bar.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of twiddled it a bit. Copyright laws.
Speaking of copyright laws, would you believe our last episode got a copyright, not a strike, a copyright claim, and is now being monetized for the makers of that movie, Brzezinski movie.
Really?
Yeah.
The swines.
Yeah. So I can either leave it there and let them collect whatever ad revenue comes from the 10 people that are going to watch it from now until whenever. Or I can cut out that section of the episode.
Yeah. What they got to make out of that? Your vaping channel will make note.
The thing that gets me though is, if I cut that out, you lose all the chat.
Yeah.
So when you watch the replay, there will be no chat with it.
You don't think that's why us people who've got vaping channels don't give a toss about copyright? Because
you're not going to make any money on it anyway.
It's pretty much blacklisted anywhere on YouTube at the moment. You know what I mean? It's how long it's going to last, you'd have an idea.
Ooh, that is fantastic.
Yeah, William Dobson. Oh, I hope you're getting that.
He says I'm turning into the vaping bogan.
Yep. Yeah.
I'd have to say fuck a lot more than I do if I was going to be the bogan. And I'd have to call all yous watching a bunch of cunts.
That's his style. You just can't replicate that guy. Like,
nope. I'm a bloke. I'm not a bogan. There is a difference.
Well, he's a big fan of the UK stuff, all the punk and all that stuff. He's a huge fan of all punk bands of the early days, Pistols and all that stuff, Buzzcocks, all them type of thing. Massive fan of it.
Space Turtle says I need pigtails if I wanted to try and be bogan.
I've only done that.
Oh man.
Unbelievable. You never be good because no pig. That's right, yeah. Big deals.
I can't believe how dark that is.
Oh, I think Guinness is practically pure black. Lovely.
But that is such a beautiful flavor, and it's got just enough sweetness in it. And that grape ape works well with it.
You can
It
get
really
away.
does.
You can get away with flavors with stout, like you know, it's an easy thing to blend with. Same with like real ale beers as well. You can flavor them as well, and they come out all right.
Okay, now the real question is, how does the best Musk pair with that beer?
Oh God, that 9%'s got to his head already if he's getting that out.
Listen, you never know what it's going to be until you try it. Try it once. If you don't like it, don't ever do it again.
A perfume with beer. A perfume with sorry.
Nope. Straight up perfume. That accentuates the musk even more.
You've just cracked that open to get rid of the musk, and now you're trying to vape the musk with it.
Yes, because I know that another sip of this and I can wipe that musk off of my palate.
Well, if that 9.5% alcohol doesn't get rid of it, now it will. You probably had to drink battery acid or something.
But curiously enough, I got rid of the taste of the musk by taking a little swig of that. But when I vape this, it brings that musk back.
Yeah, that's odd. But it is a thing, you know, like, I mean, like pairing a vape with a flavoured drink. I mean, I had a cup of tea there. I just Earl Grey English, and I just have milk and no sugar. So it's probably a bit bitter, you know, but the mint went really nice with it. The candy cane went really nice with the cup of tea. You know, just so I wonder what, like, you know, other drinks you could pair with the different flavours up with.
Now it's back to just being the grape.
There you go.
Space Turtle says putting milk in tea just blows his mind.
Really? It's such normal here. Gotta have milk in your tea.
We don't normally do it over here.
Ugh, you know.
But I've done it before. It's not bad.
Yeah, you got a little bit of body to it, man. Same with coffee. Have milk and coffee.
All right, 0.23 ohms. We'll start off at 40 watts. See what this thing vapes like. I have to make sure that the opening is lined up because there's no stops.
Oh, excuse me.
Kind of whistly.
You can hear it.
I get the grape flavor. It's a good recipe for the juice.
Yeah.
But the airflow is definitely restricted.
So I'm saying it's only got an airflow slot on the one side, hasn't it?
Yep. Just one side.
It's odd.
Well, look at the diameter of the coil.
Oh.
And at 40 watts, it's a warm vape. Not unpleasantly warm, but it's definitely a warm vape.
Oh, it would be like.
And that's the 0.15 ohm coil that this thing read at 0.23 ohms.
Try it about 30 watts. The 40 is warm, try it with 30.
Cut it down, see if it changes at all. It's not bad. You've lost a lot of flavor at 30 watts, though.
Yeah. Aye.
You need the 40 watts. We'll bump it up even more. Go to the 45 and see. Yeah, 40 was the ideal, I think.
Yeah, sweet spot.
It doesn't produce as much flavor, obviously, as the newer coils do. This Marvos X.
Yeah.
Produces way more vapor, way more flavorful. 55 watts. This thing's ohming out at... So small I can't even read it. 0.15 maybe. Beautiful, sweet grape flavor. It's like a grape taffy in here. It's fantastic.
Grape's a good one, yep.
Yep, and with that coffee Dino Smores. Beautiful. You want something different? Something really pungent with flavor? You like coffee? You like chocolate? That's a good
good combo.
Good stout. Pleasant.
And if you really want to push the boat, there's a bit of Musk. Hey!
Time to give it its due. Sitting here gapping away.
It wants to live up to its due, like after all the delays and everything. It needs to set a standard now. This, like, a standard needs to be set. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, told you I'm coming down with a cold. It's really study nose time.
And the kit comes with a bubble glass. You can swap out. There's a 810 to 510 adapter.
It looks pretty nice. Looks alright, actually. Does anybody actually use them? Does anybody just drop it down for them?
And there's a 510 drip tip inside the box. Right in there.
That's pretty cool. You get plenty with it.
Wotofo did submit and include cotton,
coils,
O-rings.
Oh, come on, it's got to be coils.
Coil cutter that's marked with a sticker.
No coils.
And a set of coils.
Yeah, I was got to say, you've got to have the coils. Wotofo always do the coils. What's that?
0.33 ohms. NI 80, 3mm diameter. Power range is 40 to 55 watts.
Well,
what they rated it for.
The clappings are there because I can't see. Yeah.
Yep.
They look alright, isn't they? Very small. That's the thing I used to like about the Wotofo stuff. They give you everything so you can set it up and vape. You know what I mean? You just, there's the stuff. Build it and vape.
So it looks like it's a 28 and 9 38 millimeters and 28 wrapped in 36. That's odd. And then here's your tools. We all need more mini screwdrivers and little Allen keys.
You gotta have the mini screwdrivers, however.
And a fold-out user manual.
Or the destruction manual, as we call it.
Spare grub screws and O-rings in this pack.
Darren Stone is saying he has to tap out. Great show, great laughs. Take care, Darren.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate the super chat and the experience of trying Musk.
Yeah.
Candy. So it looks like 6 millimeters is where they want you to cut it at.
Staple clapping. That's a frame staple. That's a pretty good coil, lad.
Nice thick cotton. Density's nice and even. Nice aglets on there. They're round, and unfortunately, they just pulled right off.
Well, you know. Everything comes.
You can't expect it to be perfect.
No.
See what this build deck looks like.
Ooh.
Tiny.
Very small. Let's have a look here.
So the airflow opening is on the side. You have a hole there. And it looks like it goes in the center portion of it as well. It's channeled through there. Then your Allen keys are on the side for your coils. I think this was a Suck My Mod production.
Yeah, that came. I'm just having a quick look at it. It was round about 2019 when that was around.
And then there's the bubble glass on it.
But I've just noticed they've got a Serpent Elevate RTA, so I'm just wondering if that one is that the Elevate one you've got?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's currently on sale from Wotofo. It's still on sale for $24.95. That's dollars.
And this is a screw on top, not quarter turn. Threads are on the inside there.
It is a single coil, you know, isn't it?
I did not know that. But yeah, there's only room for one coil in there.
It's a single coil RTA. That's nice to let them send you 2 coils, so you've got one spare.
And I did reach out to Coil Clout, who sent me a message a while back.
Oh, interesting.
See if he gets back to me.
Top airflow. The Elevate's top airflow design allows air to reach the coil through 4 different holes. No matter which way the vape wraps its coil, the air will reach to enhance the flavor. Vapors need to wick the coil properly for great flavor outcome. There's a surprise, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, no shit. Yep, single coil according to this, matey. Hence the titchy deck. What's that time to cut? 6 mil?
Yes.
Space Turtle says looks great if it's a single coiler. Yeah, I think I heard some good ratings on it. Actually, I think it's a half decent RTA. What I've heard.
I don't think I cut these evenly.
I think at the time as well. I mean, I still am a bit of a stick in the mud. I mean, I'm not really a single coil user as such.
You're like me, you like more airflow.
Yeah, although I've got single coil devices, which didn't get us wrong, they're all right. But I find it's I've got to have more of a cooler vape with them. I can't bump the wattage up with them obviously having a single coil. I used to always burn them out.
That's the problem with Vicks. With vaping with Vicks tank.
Well, the Kelby.
Yes.
I never had an issue with that actually.
Just doesn't quite have enough airflow in my taste.
It's tight. It's restricted. Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of my pool, or that's kind of where I'm at with vaping. I like a bit of restriction. So it kind of sits where nicely with me. You know what I mean? But obviously with that one, the wicking was a challenge.
Let's see if I can get this through without the shoelace.
The Kylan, single airflow, single coil was a nice one as well, the Kylan.
That's a nice piece of shoelace. It worked good.
Like it said, be careful with your wicking. Very, I've seen it tech next to note and that.
Big floof ball.
Yeah. How deep's the juice wells? Or the...
Drop through. See, you'll have come up with that fucking deck again. Just want to know if there's a bigger picture of that deck. Where is the picture of the deck? The deck. Have a look. You know what it is? Looking at that, I would probably just drop it on the top like the dam, like a dam vape, like the dam and vape type of dam wick. I would just drop it on the top of it. With it being thinned out like that, though, they drop through really very easily. Got one little strand that doesn't want to drop down.
Sometimes with them, by the time your wick expands,
juice them up, they expand and then choke it out.
That's right. Yeah, you could probably try just dropping them straight over the top.
See, here's the one thing you got to make sure you be careful of, not to double it up like this, how it's starting to come back up through the top.
Yeah,
keep working it until it drops down. And I've actually found if I take and I just slice it down through, anything that's doubled up will automatically
just drop down.
Fall down into the bottom of the deck. And you can see it's a little bit long on the one side because I have a little bit sticking out here. But there's plenty of room for this tweezer to fit in here and slide back and forth. So even when this does expand, it shouldn't choke it out.
Yeah. Hey, a nice single coil, man. A nice little easy one.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what you're liking it.
It's a nice change of pace because, you know, everything I'd use is dual coil and big massive thing and the Steam Crave Titan, the Hell Vape Fat Rabbit.
Fierce Turtle says I need a GT4.
Guess what I didn't do, though?
Burn the coil.
Burn the coil.
Yeah.
0.25 ohm. Well, I'm not going to mess with it since we're live. If I was doing my own time, I'd just pull that cotton out and rewick it. But being that I know that we're already coming up on 3 hours.
Again.
Yet we finally did get to this.
Yep. We made damn sure this week.
Might as well use the same grape on there.
Ian Thomas said he was just going to say that. I think it was the concentration on the shoelace cotton with the end falling out. I think that was the diversion away from the burnout.
Threads are beautiful on here. No issues putting that on. Airflow on the top is kind of tight, so we'll pull this off and drop a little e-liquid on our O-ring.
Yep.
There we go. That's much smoother.
Fill her up, bunny lad. Fill her up.
I wish they would make these openings just a 0.5 millimeter wider. They doesn't drop down. It is just there.
Wow.
It takes time to get it right. Sleepless days and nights. We just need a little more.
Tell you what it is, like you've got a canny bit of latency this week. Jesus, that's miles behind.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
My
It
end
didn't start off that way.
My end. I mean, I could probably refresh the page, but my end, you only just took on your wicks in on the stream.
Wow.
I'm going to refresh that. That can't be right. I'll refresh the page. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. That's it.
New coil.
There you go. It's caught up again. I was going to say, geez, what's happening here?
0.23, we'll run it down 45. We'll try that out to start.
There we go.
Beautiful grape flavor. And surprisingly, even though I didn't dry burn those coils, I don't get any off notes in it.
Well, it's only you that's actually touched it, so.
That's a nice single coiler. It's a little restricted, but it produces plenty of vape.
I heard it got some good reviews. I mean, it was quite a popular RTA.
Yeah, that's not bad. Let me open the airflow the whole way because it's closed just a hair.
But hello. How much airflow have I got on this? I've got this one all the way, haven't I?
It's got some noise to it if it's fully open. I had it closed maybe just like 2 millimeters or 1.5 millimeters, and it was much quieter the first time. But it definitely produces beautiful flavor.
Oh, I love this idea. Oh,
very good. Sorry we didn't do a random recipe today.
Oh, sorry, I'm just just enjoying this fella. God, I love this thing. The Valhalla. Oh. I'll tell you what it is. That cotton candy and this is. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you need to get one of these. I'm telling you. You need to get one, honestly.
I got the mongrel.
No. Valhalla Mini. You've got the shirt, now you need the RGA. Go for it, mate. Honest to God, you will not be disappointed with that. Worth every cent. Beautiful.
Dusty Country Joe says, awesome, you got a good one. Are you saying you've heard the people had bad ones?
Well...
Thanks, Ian. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, take care, Ian, sir. Wow.
I think that if you didn't thin out the wicks and drop them down through and didn't use the dam method, this could easily be one of those tanks that get choked out. And you'd be plagued with nothing but dry hits.
Like I say, it's probably not so forgiving as other ones. You know, you can probably either pack it too tight or you can do it, you know, like I say, dam it, loose it, and you can just flood it.
Yeah, that's why I love the Arbiter, because, I mean, you didn't have to be careful about it. You didn't have to thin them out too much. Yeah. As long as you thinned them out, made sure that all the strands are parallel coming down through the deck and it wasn't choked off. Meaning you can get your tweezer in there loosely. Yeah. It's fine. Same thing here. You saw how big the floof ball was when I was thinning it out.
Yeah.
But dropping it down through, it was nice and loose inside there, but it filled the whole section of it up. Once you covered it with e-liquid, it expanded that cotton. And now there's just enough of an opening and just enough wicking to keep up with this coil.
Awesome, man. Brilliant.
Beautiful.
All in all, a nice RGA, eh?
I should have got something besides gold.
Yeah, that would help.
I wanted something different because everything I was ordering was black or silver, stainless. So I wanted something different. But that's the only thing. That gold is a flat gold, and it's just like...
I've got a nice gold mod that would go with that. That DVV or something that I've got, that gold one with the gorilla on. Oh, that's a cool one.
What a beautiful pairing.
Oh my God, you know, that's just my go-to at the minute. Like, oh, Jesus.
Space Turtle says that you need a GT4.
And so I heard. I would rather have a GTO.
I'd play some Beach Boys GTO, but don't want another copyright claim.
Oh God, I'd be careful with that, mate. You've had it.
That's why when I took the Grumpy Old Men clips, I made sure I transformed those things to be something completely different. And he's not talking about a woman. He's talking about our illustrious ceramic coil.
Yeah. The illustrious ceramic.
Can't argue that we changed the meaning of what he was doing at that time.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Well, since I've got a beautiful 60 ml bottle of this grape juice that I've already plowed through 20 mils of it,
So the beauty of the thing is the Serpent was well worth the wait. Is that what we're going to conclude on that one, yeah?
Yes. It was definitely worth the wait.
Worth the wait. Even though it took 3 weeks, but we got there.
And it got paired up with our coffee Dino Smores.
With a very nice stout. What more did they ask for?
Perfect end to the perfect stream, I think.
So you've had a good RTA, you've got a nice stout, and the grape juice turned out good. Hey, 3. What can I say? Full house.
Hey, we had to counterbalance the Musk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Musk is not for me.
No. It doesn't even sound appealing. You know what I mean? Especially now.
I can mix up this recipe and send it to Steve and let him give it a try.
He'd probably enjoy it.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
But no, Musk, no. Especially now I know where it comes from as well. No. Really, no. That's just wrong. That is just totally exactly it's wrong. My God. Oh, Jesus. But like I said, kudos, you give it a bash. What more do you ask for?
Listen, I try everything once, twice if I like it. Well, I've given it its fair shake. Now it's time for my wife to give it her fair shake. See what she thinks of it.
Well, all I can say, if she retires to bed this evening and you can smell musk, you know it's gone behind the ears and not down the lungs.
Oh, no. She can vape that in her craft room with all our candles burning around it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's an idea. Oh,
that is not a bedtime vape. She can stick with her Heisenberg.
Oh, you're knackered now. You're going to have Heisenberg and musk combined wafting round the house.
Thanks, William. Appreciate you coming out.
Take care, William. Yeah, Heisenberg and Musk just wafting around. Oh my God. Jesus.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. Peace, love, and a hunky vape to end cigarette combustion. It's my wish as always. And Kenny's going to say the goodbyes.
Yeah, boys and girls in chat, thank you very much for dropping by and hanging out. Absolutely brilliant. You guys make the show, as always. Very, very good crack tonight. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Few new faces as well. So again, thank you very much. Again, thank you to DJ Alex for putting up with me each week. I don't know how he does it, but you know, we'll manage somehow. But until next week, same time, not even a custard heat, there you go. So until next week, same time, same place, you guys stay safe, vape safe, and we will see you all very soon.
On the last episode of the Mixin and Chillin vlog, even if they implemented some ridiculous laws, this is something that if somebody truly wants to do this, they can still do it. But it's going to take a lot of effort on the vapors' part to actually learn what it takes to make your own stuff. I don't know what the heck happened to the last hour of my life, but it certainly wasn't streamed on YouTube like I thought it was. Restrictive policies block progress towards smoke-free world. Many people incorrectly think that very little nicotine content cigarettes are less carcinogenic than current cigarettes. This risk misperception by people who smoke could reduce motivation to quit under a nicotine reduction policy.
Someone who specialises in helping people kick the habit is Dr. Colin Mendelsohn. He joins me now.
Look, vaping is a far less harmful alternative to smoking for adult smokers who just can't quit, and that's actually the majority of them.
The road to quitting smoking is paved with candy. Double chocolate clear from TFA. Published in the Vaping Post, we have long-term study. Vaping increases odds of quitting heavy smoking. For those of you that don't know, this is Kenny Thompson, the Vaping Heed. He's got a YouTube channel. He's been on here a lot longer than I have. I'm not going to stop until this is legal and available for everyone. You know, I cover things from all around the globe, but that's because science has no boundary.
I mean, you know, the FDA and everything will know that vaping is safer than smoking, but they'll have the pressure off the tobacco companies or the states that are on the MSA and all that. It's just a financial thing, and it's, and unfortunately that takes precedence against everything. And
All of the things we went through.
I must say, well done on that. Like, that was a cracking intro. That absolutely brilliant.
I think it turned out pretty good. Today's retro build is the Serpent Elevate by Wotofo. We need to finally get around to doing the Serpent Elevate, and I do have a mystery for you today. One I'm sure you have never seen.
What on earth is that? I'll have a look. NCR Garage Hero. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Ah. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
What is that?
Ceramic. My question is, how do you wick it?
How the hell do you wick it? You've got wicking holes down the bottom there, I take it, yeah?
Yeah. There isn't a single video that I've been able to find on how you're supposed to wick this.
The only thing I can think of is you go over the top and down the sides. I don't think it's the actual one, but it looks like it's similar, and then they put the cotton over the top. Wow, that's just so weird. Chasing Clouds got prayers for success. You're a brave man. There's nothing happening. There's actually anything happening. That was such an anticlimax. Just like our UK's attempt to launch a rocket off a plane that just totally failed.
I think this is a fake. I don't think this is real.
Does it actually get... Oh, no, we're seeing some vape. What was that? We're seeing summit.
Let's keep on vaping like our lives depend on it, because they kind of do.
It is just a novelty.
It's gotta be.
It'll never be an all-day vape for anyone.
Vaping is better than smoking.